So lately I have been wondering, why do we only celebrate ourselves when something big happens? We celebrate birthdays, weddings, babies, getting a promotion, getting a house, the moments everyone can see. But what about everything in between? The things that no one really claps for, like making it through a different season in life, learning to say no, finally creating boundaries for yourself, choosing yourself for once, healing from something that perhaps no one knew that you were carrying. Why don't we celebrate those? I think somewhere along the way we have started believing that life begins after the next milestone, after things calm down, after we hit that ideal number in our bank account, after we get married, after we finish our degree, after we've finally earned the right to slow down, after we've finally figured out this little puzzle that we called life. But lately, I've been wondering, what if we're waiting for a version of life that doesn't actually exist? A few weekends ago, my friends and I booked a little staycation. Not because we were desperately needing a holiday, but let's be honest, who isn't needing one by mid-year? But we simply wanted to spend some time together, and we realized that there were a few milestones between us that were worth celebrating.
We just arrived at the Lenswood Pavilion. The accommodation we're staying at is called Fika. What attracted us to this place specifically is that there's a few things to explore nearby, so we're gonna go in a second, but first let's do a little tour of the accommodation.
That's an alpaca, isn't it? Don't explore without me!
I know! I love that you're looking at everything. Details.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Maybe he's hungry. You liar! You don't have any carrots for me. Oh no!
What if he bites on my hand because it looks it's orange?
I think they just spit on you. I don't think they... He's like, where's my carrot?
He's smelling me.
Yeah, because you were holding the carrot.
Chanel?
You do smell Chanel. The funny thing is, nothing extraordinary happened over the weekend. We just walked around, explored the area, Spent way too long deciding which movie we wanted to watch, sat by the pool talking for ages, cooked dinner, perhaps consumed a little too much caffeine, played chess, rode bikes, tried to feed some scary goats, saw the Highlander cows, and they were actually really, really cute, fed the alpacas, or were they llamas? I'm not sure. That is exactly what we needed. I don't think life feels fast because we have too much going on and there's too much to do. I think it feels fast because we're always mentally living in the tomorrow, thinking about the next deadline, the next goal, the next or better version of ourselves. We're physically here, but mentally we're often somewhere else. And when we are always chasing what's next, it's easy to overlook what's happening in the moment and to stay present. I used to believe that slowing down meant that I wasn't doing enough, that if I rested, I was wasting my time and I was falling behind or procrastinating. Then I came across this quote that I really resonated with, and it said something like this: "Rest is not the absence of productivity, it is the presence of peace." And that completely shifted my perspective. And that led me to realize that we often make rest feel like it's a reward, as if it's something that you unlock once you have been productive and after you finish your next deadline or complete a task or a goal. But have you ever noticed that the list never really ends?
You inspired me to start reading again because we were having that conversation the other day.
Yes.
And should we do a book club?
Oh my gosh!
We
We
were just,
talking about this. I was
Really?
thinking, I don't know if Abhira reads. I don't know if she
No,
can
I used to read a lot.
What book are you reading now?
I have not started.
Yes.
But let's
So,
start, guys.
If you want to,
Yes.
let's pick a book.
There's always another email, another job, another shift, another assignment, another goal. So if we keep waiting until everything is done, we would be waiting our whole lives and not living it. Because rest isn't something that we earn, it's something that we need. Research shows that rest isn't a luxury. It's essential for memory, focus, emotional regulation. Even small pauses throughout the day can help your mind reset more than we realize. One of my favorite parts of the weekend was celebrating my friend's birthday, and yes, that is a typical milestone, but we were also celebrating something else. Finally making time for each other, putting our phones down, laughing until our stomachs hurt, being exactly where we were without thinking of where we needed to be next. I wish we celebrated like that more often. Not because life needs to be perfect, but life is happening now. I've also started to wonder, what if we are measuring our life all wrong? What if success isn't just the promotion, the new house, or ticking another goal off the list? What if it's also the peaceful mornings, the kind of conversations where you completely lose track of time, feeling rested, finding beauty in the ordinary, mundane days? Those are milestones too, and what a privilege it is to experience them. When we packed up and drove home, nothing really had changed. We were going back to the same deadlines, the dreaded Mondays, the same responsibilities, the same to-do lists. Life carried on exactly how it had before, but somehow I felt lighter. Not because my life had changed overnight, but because my perspective had. I think every season of our lives tells a different story. Some chapters are exciting, some are messy, some feel incredibly ordinary, but they're all a part of becoming who we are. No one else can write your story like you can. So don't rush this chapter of your life just because you might be a little bit busy or it doesn't look the way that you have imagined. Celebrate the little wins. Rest without feeling guilty. Find beauty in the ordinary, because life doesn't have to be perfect to be worth celebrating.